You wake up in the morning, and then you turn the radio on, and the dial just keeps on turning. Then you hear Eddie and me lunchbox, Morgan too, Scuba Steve, Red Abbott's trying to put you through. Mike D's writing this week's next bit, and Bobby's on the mic, so you know what this is. Yeah. This is the Bobby Bones Show.
The Bobby Bones Show. Everybody roll.
Yeah. All right, we were on vacation last week, best and worst. The best for me was probably, we stayed home. So it's probably spending time with the baby. And she's really getting like a personality, which is pretty cool. I also watched 14 movies.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, it became an obsession. And my wife said that. She started calling me Mr. Cinema because that's all I was doing.
Yeah. We had to find something.
Well, so what I did up on our podcast feed, every day I basically diaried 5 minutes of my day because I knew if I didn't have some structure, I was going to go crazy. So it's up on the Bobby Bone Show podcast feed. So I watched 14 movies. I did a lot of other things too. Do you want to hear my checklist?
Yeah.
I don't want to double up a lot of this stuff, but who knows? People don't even listen to the podcast sometimes. Okay, here we go. Finish my book. Do 5 total workouts. Golf once, pickleball once, watch 3 movies. I needed to send a YouTube strategy to a corporate person. I needed to send Eddie a cameo every day. That's a whole other bit we'll talk about.
Wait, what? He ordered cameos from you?
No.
Wait till you hear this.
I just needed stuff to do.
Oh.
So I did it all, but my watch 3 movies turned into 14 because I started to go, how many can I cram in? So that's the best. Just had kind of chill.
And sorry, when you
boring.
say you finished your book, you're reading a book or you wrote another book?
That's a good question.
Great question.
Mm-hmm.
Read it.
Okay.
Got it.
I don't think I'm ever writing another book.
Well, that's not.
I'd rather jump off a bridge.
No. You have another kid's book in you.
A kid's book will take me 11 minutes. If I do a kid's book, I'm going to tell you now.
That's my point.
No, but it takes 2 years to put out. It's the difference.
Well, yeah, but I could see you whipping one out on vacation.
Okay. If I do another kid's book, hear me now. Mike and I will do it together. Mike will draw it and I will do it and we'll publish it ourselves and it'll be out in 3 months. Not from today, but.
Got it.
That'd be cool.
That's my list of everything I needed to do. And I did, and it was great. Got a little bored, but watched 14 movies. The bad part was about halfway through, and it's been 104, 105 degrees here, heat index. It's been miserable. For you, those who have been gone, which is most of you guys, it's been terrible. Our air went out upstairs completely. That's a different unit than the one downstairs, and the baby's room is upstairs. And so we just suffered for a day, and then we called someone to come out and fix it because because it's so hot, everybody's air is going out. So they came and they put a part in to go, okay, this is temporary. We can fix this until we order the big part. It could go out at any time because it's kind of like a tape job, but this will get you going. So we turned up all the air very low or very high in the house, cold, on the bottom floor. And then we jacked up the air on the temporary. Well, the temporary still hasn't gone out, and it's been like 20 degrees in our house for 5 days. So the air went out, and it has been cold. I'm in full sweats. I got earmuffs on. So that's probably the worst part, but overall, pretty good. Fair vacation. Man, I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I started like going back over them. I didn't even remember some of them. That's how many movies I watched that I had to go back and say, oh, what was this one about?
Okay.
Yeah, so that was me. Best and worst for you?
Yeah, well, I also was in high temps, but I couldn't tell because there was no humidity. I love Arizona. I'd never spent much time there at all. I mean, flown through the Phoenix airport, but I went to Tucson with my friend Kat. We were at Canyon Ranch. Such a high, 101, 102, heat index 109.
But there was no humidity.
No humidity, so you don't feel it. But just had a great girl trip with her, and then went from there to Colorado where the weather was also amazing, and my niece got engaged. So those are just my highs, obviously. And then a low would be at my sister's house. There were so many people there that I was sleeping on this mattress on a floor in a loft and didn't get great sleep because sound was everywhere. People going to bed late, waking up early.
So much joy. That'd be so annoying.
No, I still loved it. Even the sound, like I don't care that I didn't get much sleep. It's more that like how I was having to sleep, and I guess the mattress and the floor, just my neck and my back, and then flying home. It still hasn't settled, so I probably need to see the old chiropractor.
I had to see a chiropractor.
over the break?
Yeah.
Oh.
I played. It's in my vacation diary at Bobby Bone Show podcast.
Oh, okay.
But I played pickleball for the first time since my surgery.
It was on your list, yeah.
Yeah, you heard my list, right?
I did,
So
yeah,
I did
yeah,
it,
yeah.
And so I had to call. She was already coming over to the house, and so I just had her mess with my back. But yeah, I did that. But your niece's engagement looked cool. From what I could take from it, she went climbing, like hiking, and then she got to some mountain.
Yeah, Alberta Peak.
And then she didn't expect her boyfriend, now fiance, to show up, and he shows up on the other side of it. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" And then he proposed.
Yeah, so he's a police officer in Oklahoma, and she talked to him that he works the night shift because he's new. Like, he just graduated college and academy and whatnot. So he's on the worst shift possible. So they barely talk. Like, whenever he calls, she's excited because she's like, oh, when she's awake, he's asleep. So he was like, okay, I've just finished my shift. I'm going to bed. But he was already in Colorado, and she didn't know it. So her girlfriends, their main job was to get her to the top of Alberta Peak, which was hard to do because she's climbed that mountain a lot, and she really wanted to show her friends this waterfall. So for hours, she's like, the night before dinner, we got to go to the waterfall. They're like, no, I've always wanted to do Alberta Peak. And she's like, we've done Alberta Peak like so many times. I want to show y'all this waterfall. And finally at dinner, we were all like, no, y'all need to do Alberta Peak. And like my daughter, Stashira, who doesn't climb anything, was about to be like, I think I'm going to have to throw myself in and be like, I've never been to Alberta Peak, so I need to go. She probably would have died. So they climb up.
But she didn't have to.
She didn't have to. Finally, the friends convinced her. And it's like they went for like sunrise. They left the house at 6 a.m. They get to the top of the mountain. And that's why she thought she was hallucinating. Like, she was like,
That he showed up.
Yeah, because
It's weird.
my nephew Gunnar, he drove up there with him, and he was hiding with like a camera. And yeah, her boyfriend appears out of nowhere, but she's at the top of this mountain. It's early in the morning, and she's like, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? And then he got down on one knee.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Good. I interpreted it correctly then.
I
watched all the videos.
Yeah, you
It's pretty
did.
neat.
But it just was like, when you're planning something special like that, I just was like, y'all, just do the waterfall. But I'm glad they did it because it was a pretty epic view.
What's also a bit cool and odd is that we've been together so long, you and I, that she was a squirt whenever.
She was so little.
Yeah. Like the first time I met her, because I've known her forever. How old is she now?
She's 22.
She was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
whenever I first met her. And then obviously knew her. And then she came and interned here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's weird to see. Here's I'm not sure about this, and you guys can stop me if I'm wrong. Are we getting older?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure because that's weird.
I
But yeah,
know.
that's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. We'll do more in a minute. Here's Matt, Stell, and Neo. This is Better Angels. Here you go. Bobby Bone Show. Eddie went to Puerto Rico with his family. 6 people in Puerto Rico.
6 of us in Puerto Rico. It was unbelievable.
If you weren't already Mexican, we'd stop you. So you have a pass. Go ahead.
Dude, this is the second time we've been. My wife and I went, like, I don't know, 5-6
you've
years
been
ago.
before?
Just
it
my wife
seemed-
and I.
It seemed like you were discovering
I
new
thought it was
land.
the first trip.
Here's
Yeah.
the deal. We did discover it because first time we never went to the rainforest. And this time we went to the rainforest and we went to some remote island called Vieques, which is unbelievable. Dude, it's like going to a time warp where you got to wait for strawberries. Strawberries don't come until Monday. You want beef? That comes in on Thursday. And you're just like, oh gosh, does ice cream ever come? They're like, no ice cream.
I don't understand what you mean. You mean like,
The delivery.
The
I guess they don't
delivery.
have it there. So
Yeah.
oh, so you asked for strawberries and
There's
they were like,
one
no.
grocery store. So when we got there, we're like, we're going to spend 4 days here. Let's go get groceries. And they're like, we don't have groceries.
Okay, gotcha.
that's fun, but also awful, but awesome.
Yeah.
Would you want to move there?
Yes. The whole time I was there, I was thinking, how can I move here? Like, how can I live in this house?
This is him every time in Florida, by the way, too. Anytime we go to Florida, it's the same conversation.
Like, you talked about your vacation, how you had it structured. Dude, mine was like, what do you guys want to do today? Nothing. Cool. We're doing nothing.
You live like that a little bit, though. That's fun for you.
It was great. And if we wanted to go snorkeling, we went snorkeling. If we didn't, we didn't.
Oh, was snorkeling cool?
Dude, let me tell you about the animals in Vieques. We saw starfish, stingrays. We saw horses. They're all over the island. They come and drink out of the swimming pool. Like, they
Oh,
just...
that's
So you had a
cute.
pool, like did you have an Airbnb?
Yeah, we had an Airbnb, which was a house with a pool. And in the morning, the horses would all come and drink water out of the pool. And we're like, ew, there's chlorine in there. I don't know if that's good for you.
They probably do it all the time.
Yeah, I think they're used to it.
That's pretty cool.
So,
did the
dude-
kids like it?
They loved it. At first, it was weird because, I mean, it's like a different country, you know? So, like, the grocery store situation was different for them. The gas station's different for them. They don't have the kind of chips that they like to have. Like, where are the Doritos? No Doritos. Just Puerto Rican chips. Plantains.
Plantain. Yes. Plantains only.
Yeah. So, like, that was an adjustment.
Is
But
that expensive?
actually, no. It was pretty cheap. Like, everything was pretty cheap. When I got there first, I saw the gas was $1. $1. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Turns out it was a liter. $1 for a liter, 3 liters. Turns out to be about the same. So I thought it was like a good deal on gas.
For
I'm like, we
sure
gotta
you weren't
fill
looking
up.
at all the prices that way.
Yeah, everything was cheap because they do it different.
Yeah.
Was it a top vacation?
Definitely a top vacation. I think once we all got adjusted that it was going to be different than what we're expected to like just live like, like if we want milk, we can just go get milk. Once that we adjusted with that, everything was just awesome, dude. It was so freaking cool. I loved it.
That's fun.
Like, I really am thinking, like, how can I
Okay.
eventually get back there?
Well, you can get back there by saving up again and going on a vacation.
Dude, you talking about the retirement talk? I was like thinking, all right, I got to start saving because this is where I want to end up. And I met a couple that was
do you
from
want
Tampa.
to end up, though? Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Good. Well, I met a couple from Tampa, retired. They're retired and they live there full time in this
So
little.
did you ask them how they did it?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to embarrass myself because they're going to be like, well, how much money do you have saved? I'm like, nothing.
You don't have
I don't
to
think they're
tell
gonna
them
ask
your
you that
details.
question.
You just have to say, hey, like, what age are you able to do it? What's the cost of living here? Like, what does this look like if I were to want to try to do it?
Does Southwest fly there?
Yeah, to Puerto Rico, but then you got to take a ferry to that island I was at.
Okay, but you got there by Southwest.
Yeah. But a direct Southwest.
Really?
Yeah.
Direct?
Isn't that bizarre?
What?
What?
thought that was
I
crazy.
couldn't
we
even
can't
get
even
to
get one to
Tucson.
Tulsa.
That's crazy.
I know, but to San Juan, Puerto Rico, you can go direct.
Wow.
And then, dude, let me tell you about the rainforest. The rainforest is crazy.
Tell me about the rainforest.
Dude, it's crazy. In the middle of the night, like you go to bed, and it sounds like there are 50 billion animals in there chirping and it sounds like a sleep machine.
They got any monkeys?
No monkeys, just mongooses, which I saw 2 mongooses. And really pretty birds. Amy, the
Oh,
most
gosh, I
beautiful
bet.
birds you'll ever see.
I know, I'm sure.
Question.
Yeah.
I know you say you like to retire there or live there, and I think, man, it'd be beautiful to go for a minute, but you're just so remote.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine, close your eyes, please.
Yeah.
You want milk.
I need milk.
I know.
And strawberries.
Yeah. So
How are you going to get them?
I
And
know.
meat.
I know. That was
You
the tough
wait.
part.
You wait till Tuesday.
But
Yeah.
do you want to wait until Tuesday for milk and
Dude, it was
strawberries?
crazy. My wife's like, let's make burgers. Okay, let me go to the store. They're like, no, we don't have ground beef. That doesn't come until next week. Oh, okay.
Really cool. Really cool vacation.
Dude, it was awesome.
Eddie thought he saw The Rock.
So, yeah. So we get to the airport, right? In San Juan, we land. And you know how you get to baggage claim and there's limo drivers there? There was only one limo driver because it's just not the kind of place it is with limo drivers. One limo driver with a sign that said Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
And my
Well, that's
son,
pretty convincing.
one of my boys goes, Dad, that's The Rock. And I was like, yeah, I doubt it. It's probably just some guy named Dwayne Johnson. So they convinced me to wait for like 5 minutes. We're like waiting by this dude, like, okay, let's wait for The Rock to show up. After 5 minutes, I'm like, guys, we got to go. Like, we got to check in. Dad, 5 more minutes. So we left.
So my thought is it was a guy named Dwayne Johnson because had it been The Rock, he would have flown in privately and the car would have picked him up on the tarmac.
And let's just say he didn't fly in private. Don't you think you'd have a different name?
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
his person.
Oh.
But that's America.
Yeah, it's a territory.
Right. So, and it's close enough to Florida. You just fly private down there if you have that money, and you don't walk through the airport with a guy holding a sign.
So you don't think it was The Rock? Because we never waited to find out.
No, but I bet you Dwayne Johnson goes in for his doctor's appointment or dinner reservation, and people are like, "Oh man," all the time, all the time,
Dwayne.
because they keep going. Oh, I think The Rock is coming, and then some little bow tie accountant, bald white dude's like, "Hi, I'm Dwayne Johnson." That's fun. Rate your trip though.
Oh, 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 starfishes. It was unbelievable.
Do you see any listeners there?
I did. I met a listener actually on the ferry to go to that island. Somebody like comes up to me like, "Are you Eddie Garcia?" And I'm like, "Oh, great! Like, is this the FBI? Like, what is that? The IRS?" And she says, "No, from the Bobby Bone Show." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm a listener. I love it. This is so crazy. We're in Puerto Rico and I get to see you."
She
Where are
said
they
it like
from?
that?
Yeah, she
said
did.
it. I know
So
didn't.
she was from Oregon, but what was crazy?
From Oregon and saying Puerto Rico.
What was crazy?
No,
though,
no chance she did Puerto Rico.
she says like, "Oh yeah, it's like I love this place. Actually, I got married like earlier this week." And like, "Oh, what? Oh, so honeymoon?" She's like, "No, I'm here with my girls. we're doing a girls trip. I'm like, oh.
After the marriage?
So like, so you just got married, but you left your husband back in Oregon and came with the girls. Like, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a healthy relationship or a very unhealthy relationship. One of the two.
One of the two.
I'm going to play this new song here from Low Cash and Parmalee. This is called Let the Country Music Play. Kind of a jam. Maybe song of the summer. We were on vacation last week. Lunchbox, what'd you guys do?
We drove to the lake outside of Austin, Lake LBJ. My family, we all got a house. So there was, 9, 10, 12 people in a house and 6 dogs. And it was awesome. I mean, just threw a lily pad out in the water, floated in the lake, fished, and just hung out at the lake for an entire week. Barbecued, just late night s'mores over the fire by the lake. It was incredible.
Did you get sunburn?
No. I am at that age where I wear a long sleeve shirt in the water every single time, so there is no sun hitting my upper body. My lower body's in the water. I wear a hat, sunglasses, and I layer on the sunscreen at least 3 times a day.
Wow. Did you catch any fish?
Caught some fish. Every kid caught a fish.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was
no kid was like, I didn't catch one.
right. And I mean, there was some we caught a big old bass, like a dumb bass, because it ate a worm and it was huge.
That's what they do.
Well, bass don't eat a lot of worms.
No, they do not.
What do you mean? Fake worms? That's how I get all my bass.
Real worm. Nightcrawler.
Okay.
And so I don't know how we caught that, but it was huge. And then we threw it back, of course. And it was really fun. It was a lot of fun. But I will say, having 6 dogs in one house makes it a little less relaxing.
Yeah.
I haven't caught many bass on worms, I should say. I've done a lot of bass fishing in my life. Mostly because if we're using worms, we're on the bottom, and bass aren't bottom feeders.
Sure.
Catfish.
Right. Bottom feeders.
Bottom feeders, for sure. That's fun. Although it sounds exhausting.
It was exhausting. And the drive home yesterday.
You drove.
12 and a half hours.
That sounds even more exhausting.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Left yesterday at 7:23 a.m. and rolled into the house at 8:40 p.m. It was a long day. But I did meet a listener thanks to my dog getting in the water, going down the seawall, jumping out into someone else's yard. And I had to go get my dog. And some listener's like, "Are you Lunchbox?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, S. Happy 4th of July. Here's your dog back."
She's getting mauled by the dog. She's like, "Are you Lunchbox?" What'd you think of the Taylor Travis wedding?
From what I've seen, I thought it was pretty corny. I thought it was like cheesy and weird, and like, I mean, having it at an arena, like, it just felt stupid. And I still am just like, I don't really even understand it.
I have probably 6 friends that went.
That's crazy.
Do what?
Well,
You have people that went?
They invited everybody.
Yeah,
And I have 3 of them that were like, I don't even know. 3 different ones were like, I don't even know why we were invited. We don't really know them. Like, we know them a little bit.
Huh.
They went,
Yeah.
but they were like, we thought it was a joke when we got it.
It's just crazy because like you see people that like in the industry, and I forget, like, oh my gosh, Taylor was in country music, so of course they know them.
Mm-hmm.
But like to get invited to their wedding, I didn't even think about it. That's crazy.
Here's what was cool. Paul McCartney played I Want to Hold Your Hand. You know, when I tell you something, you know the song? I think you'll understand. Yeah. He hasn't played that since like the 60s.
No
It's
way.
the first time that he played that.
That's
So
nice.
I thought
That's not cheesy.
I thought that was pretty cool.
It's pretty legit.
Adam Sandler was their officiant.
That's
What?
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
No, I get it, but are they really friends?
I think that Adam Sandler and family are a bunch of Swifties, and I think but who you don't know really who's friends. Like, I don't think especially if you keep it on the DL, like, I have friends that are, I'm not trying to flex, just to make a point here. I have friends that are famous, but I don't talk about them all the time because it's not for that reason.
Well, you should.
No, but I don't.
It gets your street cred up.
I don't need street cred.
So I saw a clip of Taylor talking before the wedding. It was an interview that she did. And she's like, you know, those weddings where they make it really intimate and they have to narrow down their guest list and decide who, you know, kind of fits in the 60 people that we're going to include. She was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have those talks of like, where does this person stand with us? If I've kind of met you, you're invited.
That was from like 10 years ago, right? Like Graham Norton show?
It was some clip that I saw come up that explained her. They were like, I think we figured out Taylor's guest list.
So we'll just have a stadium. Like,
Well, yeah, you get a whole
There's like
arena.
1,000
Listen,
people.
I ain't going to hate. I think they spent like $50 million. That's one of the reports that I read.
Whoa.
They donated $26 million to charity right before. Great move.
Good
because
luck.
they knew they were going to get
Backlash.
a ton of heat for having the wedding, and great move.
So does Taylor's dad pay for that?
No, she does.
No, the bride's father.
Yeah, bride's father.
Amy,
Yeah.
don't be crazy.
Traditional.
This is traditional.
I don't think this is your norm.
He's like, dang, I gotta pay for this.
So Travis,
He just gets the bill. Oh my God.
Madison Square Garden.
I thought it seemed super fun. It felt like an awards show.
watching everybody arrive.
No, just like everybody that was invited. Like it's an
No,
award.
yeah, I get it.
looked
But
like
like
that.
Yeah.
the photos online of like people getting out of the car and
Was there any images of inside, or is that just all AI?
At
Everything I've
first,
seen?
it was all AI. Now there have been a couple images that have been confirmed. One of them was in the entrance when there were pictures of them on the wall, and then another one was inside a bit. But again, this is just stuff that you hear. They shot the whole thing for like a Disney Plus special.
oh.
She walked down the aisle to her own song.
I like that. That's a flex.
You like that?
Oh, that's-
you like
that's
that?
what you
Like, that's a flex.
Not
Like,
And
cheesy.
that's the one part I think is kind of weird.
no, like that's a flex. Absolutely. Like this, my song is so huge. I'm gonna walk down the aisle to it. Like
I think she did Love Story.
Well, that I can get behind. I love that song.
See,
If they loved it, who cares how I feel about it? It ain't my wedding, but it was awesome. I love it. Have a great time, everybody. It was just funny because nobody can talk about it, and even my friends. I have 6 people I know. 3 of them I would consider friends. 2 of those friends said, "We don't know why we were invited, but we're not gonna not go."
Oh, you definitely go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Don't you think? I want to know one person that was invited that was like, can't make it.
I know somebody who couldn't make it only because they had prior big obligations,
A big,
like a show. Yeah.
cancel the show.
They weren't able to be told anything about it. And so one of my friends had a hair appointment at like 3 for that night. And then luckily one of my other friends called that friend and goes, we got to be there way earlier. And so they had to cancel, they had to move because it was so secretive leading up to it.
Yeah.
So they pulled it off. Great job. I'm all for it. I think Madison Square Garden's cool because you could kind of go under and people can hide, but most celebrities didn't want to hide. Most celebrities wanted to be seen walking into it. So if they had fun and it was awesome, A+. I did see Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were not there. I don't think the Kardashians were invited. The only Chiefs player not invited was Harrison Butker,
No way. The kicker?
the guy who's like, women need to be at home, not in the workforce.
He gave the commencement speech.
Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
invite him at all.
Wow.
Interesting.
Otherwise, yeah, if you got an IMDb page,
You
you were
there.
invited.
yeah, but good for them. It looked awesome. I bet it was. You're in there watching that thing, and you got Stevie Nicks performing, Paul McCartney performing. They're doing like karaoke at the end of the night with everybody.
It's amazing.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So
So does Lunchbox still believe it's fake, or is he
Still believe it's fake.
okay?
Tom Cruise,
Also-
Katie, it's still contract.
my thought was this, and some people were mad. They're like, "Oh, $26 million is a tax write-off." That's people who don't know how tax write-offs work. First of all, I don't care if it's tax write-off. You give to good, you give and do good things. It doesn't matter to me why you're doing it. People are benefiting from it that need it. It literally, I don't care if you scream, "This is a tax write-off. Here's $20 million I'm giving to these charities." Those are charities that need money, and people are benefiting from it, so you can save a little on taxes. But let's say $26 million is a tax write-off. You don't get that $26 million back. Roughly, you save $12 to $13 million. You could have just kept the 26 and not had to worry about it. So it's still such a large give. And when people say that about famous people, oh, it's a tax donation or write-off, they don't even know what that means because it's not one for one. You can easily just keep the money that you've already paid taxes on because you already have that money and you've already paid taxes on that money. And you can just keep $26 million. But they gave it away to all these charities, and it's probably going to save them $12 million on their tax bill at the end of the year. That's still them giving away $14 million of their money. They're saving a little on taxes, but there's all these charities that are getting millions of dollars at a pop.
Yeah, everybody wins.
So I find people that use that as an argument to hate on somebody to be wildly uneducated. And suck it. That's what I say to them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
With a sign?
Suck it.
I don't do that anymore. I stopped doing the Generation X
Yeah.
about 8th grade.
Okay.
So, yeah, $26 million. I have this story right here. They said don't bring gifts. They were also doing raffles at their wedding. They gave away a big muscle car They gave away watches. It just feels like a huge party. That's fun.
That's cool.
A raffle?
Is that
So did
cheesy,
you have
Amy?
to buy a raffle ticket, or
No,
you
everybody
get one
got
when you
one.
walk in? Oh,
Yeah.
it's like
What
part
if
of
you
your
get
brochure.
there and it's not open bar though?
Oh,
And you gotta
my
buy
gosh,
tickets.
I would.
It's not. Everything was open and awesome. I'm sure you went into that thing and it was amazing. Yeah, you're not going to hear any hate from me. Do the wedding you want to do. Who gives a crap about anybody else? So that's what's up. Any other thoughts?
No, it's just interesting. Some of the people in New York talking about how, I guess, with the heat, some parts of the city were having to turn their power off.
Oh, to have enough power for the wedding?
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
if it's one
power
for
wedding.
one.
No, it wasn't for the wedding, but then they're
Like
like,
the Queen's grid
Yeah.
was not the same as
Right.
what was happening downtown.
and then Taylor's
okay.
wedding's all lit up. But sure she
Whatever,
paid. She paid that
guys.
bill.
Yeah.
And also one wasn't connected to the other.
It just was unfortunate. It happened on the same weekend.
I can agree with that. That the optics
Don't look great.
seemed a bit off if you really wanted to find something wrong with it. Everybody just wants to find anything wrong with anything now. So you ain't gonna hear that from me.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like, those reports were like, tell me you're out of touch without telling me you're out of touch. And I'm like, she's a billionaire.
Of course,
Yeah, she's
they
out of
live
touch.
out of touch.
And he's a professional
Also, what
football
are they
player.
supposed
They
do?
donated $26 million to charity for that reason.
Exactly.
So we could go, but they donated $26 million to charity. And I'll say again, even if it's for just that reason, thumbs up by me.
Right. So the
I don't
saying-
care. Your motivation to donate to charity matters to me none, as long as people are benefiting that need it.
Right. To me, that just screams like, tell me how aware you are that you're out of touch.
Yeah, that does. I can agree with that too.
Because at least
can
they
agree.
have that awareness to make that donation, because there are
absolutely
some
can
wealthy
agree.
people that would not.
Yeah.
So do they get married on Friday or Saturday? Sorry, I was out of the country.
Friday.
You weren't out of the country. Puerto Rico is.
I was on an island.
Okay. They got married on 3rd.
Oh, it's a Friday?
Friday.
Yeah.
Right? The 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, 3rd.
What was it booked on Saturday?
They were always just,
MSG?
No,
I'm
you
sure
can't
they had
do it
to
on 4th of
they had to
July.
take it out.
Oh,
They had to clean it out.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't just go away. Everybody walks out. Everybody walks out with a chair. They help clean it up. Okay, so there you go. Everybody feel good about the Taylor talk?
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, hit it.